Man, it just seems to me like this month and this week is flying by. It is January the 15th. That's right in the middle of the first month of 2026. I'm here for it, having a great time hosting the Start Your Day Positive podcast. I am Len.
I am Sarah, and we got a great show lined up for you today. So one of my favorite actors we're going to be talking about making a smart move, I think, in the world of AI. It's truly a fascinating example of staying maybe a little ahead in the world. So we're going to talk about that.
Okay, there's an iconic restaurant chain that's celebrating a big anniversary, and they're celebrating with you. They've got a really fun contest you can be a part of, and it actually reminds me of Willy Wonka's Golden Ticket.
And finally, a home trend for 2026. What is it? Well, some people are leaning into it. Would you? We'll talk about it coming up. But first, so I have to bring something up. I was perusing and I read this article and it stopped me in my tracks. I think it was yesterday, Len. You mentioned that you got some ice cream, right?
Oh, yeah. It was 37, 38 degrees, and I saw an ice cream stand, and it had an open sign in the window, and it was a walk-up window. You couldn't even go inside, and I thought, you know what? I want some butter pecan ice cream. I'm getting an ice cream cone.
Okay, so a lot of people love their ice cream, but I don't know. Maybe it's just me, but I feel like a lot of people can be impacted by social media and the constant, noise of telling us, like, eat this, do that, make sure you're doing this, make sure you're doing that. And sometimes that can get a little overwhelming. Well, interesting. According to a recent CBS News Sunday morning piece that I was reading by Nora O'Donnell, there's an oncologist and health policy expert. His name is Dr. Ezekiel Emanuel. And he has a fresh take on longevity that goes way beyond the usual exercise and diet advice, which is great. But in his new wellness book, which, by the way, is called Eat Your Ice Cream, 6 Simple Rules for a Long and Healthy Life, Dr. Emanuel suggests that happiness and social connection are just as important as the standard pillars of health. Yes, we eat well, getting regular exercise, all of that stuff. But one of his surprising recommendations was enjoy your ice cream. And he points out that ice cream isn't just a treat. As a dairy product, it does contain some protein, and it's often shared socially, which boosts happiness as an essential component to long-term well-being. And the Dr. Emanuel, he also emphasized, cutting back on habits that undermine wellness and all of those important things. So it's not like he's saying, eat a bunch of junk or anything like that. It's the normal doctor advice. But I love that he put some of this information in there because, yes, you can enjoy your ice cream. His overall message is so good, and I feel like not enough people are saying this. Live a full life. Enjoy meaningful interactions, and don't let wellness become joyless or overcomplicated.
That happens a lot. It really does. So I think his advice is wonderful. Nobody should do things that obviously sabotages their health. And we all know that, and we all agree with that and can make some changes there. But you can go too far one way too, and all of a sudden you won't touch a food item on a restaurant menu, or you would never put something in the shopping cart because you heard that something was in it, while millions and millions and millions of people are eating it and drinking it, and they're living a long, long time. And so there's balance to it. My Aunt Pearl is 101.
Yeah.
So everyone should say, well, what does Aunt Pearl do?
Did she avoid seed oils? No, she's kidding.
No, I know. No, of course not. And I would say, again, with Aunt Pearl, it's balance. First of all, she doesn't eat a lot.
Yeah.
Okay, so I think we all understand that. But beyond that, it's a little of this, a little of that.
Yeah.
Enjoy the people around you. Enjoy going out to dinner. Just enjoy the life that God has given you. And Aunt Pearl, she's 101.
Yes. And for me, and you've known me a long time, Len, I've gone down rabbit trails before, and I've gone down the extreme healthy rabbit trail. And it was actually worse for me. I stressed out way too much of like, oh, if I'm going to have cheese, well, it has to be this kind of cheese, and it has to be this, and it can't have that. It's like, oh my goodness, that is not a good way to live your life.
Right.
You want to eat well. You want to do the right things. If you can avoid this and that's good for you, that's great. But when you overstress about it or overstress other people about it, it can be a little hard sometimes. So I just love this. Like, eat your ice cream.
Eat your ice cream.
I'm sure he doesn't mean every day eat a whole bowl of ice cream. You know?
Well, I will tell you what, I've had to cut back a little bit because I've noticed the difference. I got on a root beer float kick.
Oh, you did.
I did. And it was late at night, too. It was after I wrapped everything up. It was like 9:30. It's like perfect. And I would go with about 3 scoops of ice cream in a cup with about 2/3 of a can of root beer. And I cannot explain to you how good that is. The ice cream forms these little ice balls on it, and you scrape them off with a spoon as you're eating it. Eventually, you just have this blend in the cup of root beer and ice cream mixed together. There's a lot of sugar in there, but it's so good. But I started doing it every day.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, that's a bit much. We're going to have to pull back the moderation on that, right?
I did. We were at the grocery store the other day, and Judy said, "You want your vanilla ice cream?" And I says, "No, not this time. Not this time."
Wow.
It's so good.
You're like, it's so good. That's me and chocolate chip cookies. Warm chocolate chip cookies. I'm like, don't buy them. Just don't buy them, Sarah, and you'll be fine. Use it as a treat every once in a while.
So let me say this, too, since you are giving us permission during this particular part of our podcast. With the root beer float, you know what goes really good with it? And again, you shouldn't do this all the time.
Chocolate
Maybe
chip
just
cookies.
once every 2 weeks. No, even better. I know this sounds weird. Barbecue chips.
What?
Yes, barbecue chips, because they have a little heat. Mix the heat with the cold ice cream and the root beer.
You dip them in? What?
No. You eat like 5 chips and then have some of the sundae. So
I thought you were like putting it over the chips. I'm like, aren't they going to get soggy?
No. But barbecue chips and root beer float, just somebody try it, send a message. It's really, really good.
Enjoy the root beer float. Well, let's start today with a positive thought. This one, and I don't know if I'm going to be able to pronounce the person it's from, Juan Wolfgang von Goethe. It's probably a really famous person, and I'm going to be embarrassed that I don't know who this is.
I know that's the worst, but I've never heard of von Goethe, so you're safe.
Well, it's in the state planner that I have, but it says, instruction does much, but encouragement, everything.
Oh, boy, that's beautiful. You know how I relate to that is I've been a sports coach of youth. And you can get so caught up in the technique and the mechanics that you forget, hey, that person needs a boost, too. They need to know that they're moving forward and progressing. So that's perfect, Mr. Von Goethe. What was his name again?
I don't know. It might. Are you sure it's a guy?
No. Well, it's good advice. It's good advice. Hey, let's get going here. We've got 3 things your friends and family may be talking about today.
Well, this is really interesting. Actor Matthew McConaughey is taking proactive steps against potential AI misuse of his likeness by trademarking his voice, certain phrases he is known for, and his likeness. The U.S. Patent and Trademark Office approved 8 trademarks, including his famous all right line in the video, and a video of him staring into a camera. It gives him a faster way to challenge AI-generated fakes. As AI gets more realistic, celebrities are looking for new ways to protect their identity.
Yeah, that's really important.
Yeah, he's really getting ahead of it. And this is interesting because he was one of the first actors to, there's a program, something called Lab 11 or 11 Labs.
Yeah, I know it.
One of those. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And he gave his voice to 11 Labs, and it's an AI voice company. So I was really shocked that he did that. But maybe that was part of his proactive steps to trademark it.
Yeah, we're in a new frontier, a new world, really, when it comes to all of this AI stuff. We're at the very beginning of it. It's getting so realistic. Just this morning, I was actually looking at a video. It happened to be the president, but he was redoing one of Michael Jackson's famous dances, and he was moonwalking, and I knew the president could not moonwalk. But it looked so real.
Oh, you're saying it was fake.
Yeah, it was fake, but it looked exactly like him. It's like, I know that the president cannot moonwalk. And so
My goodness.
I think there's going to be a time where in the future something will have to be done. It'll have to be regulated somehow. Like you have to say that it's AI, right? You have to say it's
Absolutely. And I think that's already starting. I've read some articles that even when you use AI on Facebook and things like that or Instagram, it has to be disclosed going forward and things like that, which is a good thing.
Well, you know what? This sounds a little like the Willy Wonka-Golden ticket. Chick-fil-A is celebrating its 80th anniversary with a really fun idea. Customers can buy 4 retro-inspired cups celebrating Chick-fil-A. They're $3.99 each, but the designs are hidden until they're opened. And if you're lucky enough to get a special gold fan cup, you win free Chick-fil-A for a year. There are 3,000 cups that are out there scattered randomly across restaurants nationwide. This is going to go on through July the 1st. And so who knows? Who knows? You might have the golden ticket.
Wait a minute. This sounds super fun.
Yes.
So there's only 3,000 cups?
That's what I thought when I saw it. I thought Chick-fil-A with the nationwide chain, they're going to burn through those cups pretty quick. I know.
I mean, I'd have to work the numbers out. Like, how many Chick-fil-A restaurants are there?
Right.
What's
right?
I want to do the math on that.
I think your chances of winning are like most of those national contests. It's just that they're revealing it.
I don't want to be the downer about it, though, so I won't figure out the math. We'll just say, you got a good shot.
Yeah.
Hey, more homeowners in 2026 are creating something called analog rooms. Basically, spaces in the house where screens aren't allowed. These rooms are meant for simple things like reading, playing board games, listening to music, or just sitting and talking and giving people a break from nonstop screens. It's part of a bigger shift away from being constantly plugged in as more people try to cut back on screen time and enjoy real life moments again. Experts say it's not about getting rid of technology completely. It's about being more intentional and making space for connection, creativity, and actually being present at home.
Yeah.
So this is interesting. Analog rooms.
I think there is another name for those. I think it's called Amish. That's what it's called, right?
It's so funny. Yeah.
That's good. That's fine. That's fine.
Could you have an analog room?
Of course.
I actually think that sounds kind of nice. It'd be kind of easy to do.
Yeah.
You couldn't have anything digital in the room, and you could just,
Yeah, reading room.
Maybe it sounds easier than it is. But in a world where everything seems to be moving so fast in the digital age, there's always the pendulum swinging, right? So I feel like we're swinging really high this way. Of course, it's going to come back the other. We're going to have a surge of people, going off of social media, maybe even. I could see that happening.
Well, I can see it happening too. The ironic part is to know that that's trending, you'll have to be on social media. So
I know, right? Which is so funny because the whole analog room thing is trending from TikTok.
Yeah, exactly. You were telling me something, though, technology-wise, now at the same time.
Well, yeah, so that's what I was going to say.
Yeah.
So I was just reading all these new AI features are being embedded really into everything. Mm-hmm. And Amazon just announced that for Alexa, there's this Alexa Plus. Think of it as ChatGPT or Gemini for Google, like the AI to everything, right? And Gemini is the AI to Google, ChatGPT. So this Alexa Plus is Amazon's kind of Alexa's version of that. Do you have an Alexa? I can't remember.
Yeah, we've had Alexa since Alexa was a thing. So yeah,
you use her, right? Or use it?
Yeah. You know what we use Alexa for?
No.
We use Alexa primarily for our shopping list, which it's really good for that. It's super good for that because it's in the kitchen or the other room, and you just say, Alexa, put cereal on the shopping list, and then you've got it in the store.
So you don't have I know people that their lights are integrated.
No.
Alexa, turn on the lights and all of that. So anyways, everybody who has Prime is getting upgraded to Alexa Plus. Normally it's $20 a month, but if you have Amazon Prime, they're including it. And they're doing an automatic rollout. So if you don't want it, you have to opt out. And the things you'll kind of notice if you have an Alexa is that conversations are going to be a little more conversational. Follow up without repeating context, potentially. AI that can attempt more advanced skills like summarizing emails, suggesting recipes. It's going to integrate with Prime Video, and all that.
We have it. We have the
like
new Alexa.
Chatting. So you have the Amazon Plus already?
I do. And again, it was just added. And so far, I would say this is just for me. I think it's still way behind the other AIs.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it was.
Because you use a lot of the other AI. I've never used Google Gemini or Grok or any of those.
Yeah, I was expecting, because Amazon likes to compete with everything, and I thought this is probably going to be really good. It's pretty much still like the old Alexa, except every time you say something, you don't have to say the name Alexa. So you could say, Alexa, what's the weather forecast? And Alexa will say, hello, Len, and it will give me the weather forecast. And then you can say, well, what about Friday? Whereas before, you would have to say, Alexa, what about Friday?
Oh, okay. See, I didn't know that.
Yeah, so that's a little bit of an improvement.
So this is no big thing.
Not yet. Now, maybe it's a work in progress, but you would think with them rolling it out, they have all of the bugs out of it, but so far, not impressed. Other thing to use your Alexa for, which is really good, if you're in the kitchen, rather than setting a kitchen timer, you just say, Alexa, set me a timer for 7 minutes. And that's really, really convenient because, so we use it for that. We use it for the shopping list.
I use my phone for that. I have my phone timer on, but you could...
Yeah, it's just quicker.
I don't know if I would use an Alexa as much.
Yeah, well, looks like I'm taking it back then. That was going to be your gift. It's okay. It's good. I'm glad we have it, but I don't use it as much as when we got it, I thought we would.
Yeah.
P-O-S-I-T-I-V-E. Start your day positive with Len and Sarah.
Sarah, times have changed. Times have really changed. Back in the day, Goldilocks only had 3 choices: soft, medium, or hard. And only one of them was just right. But today, there are so many choices. You'll find the best selection and the best prices at our podcast partner, Northeast Factory Direct.
Do you know what I keep hearing about are adjustable beds?
Oh, yes.
People who have adjustable beds love them. I'm actually really curious to try one. Where the place we're going on vacation next time has an adjustable bed. So I was like, oh, that'll be kind of fun. Northeast Factory Direct, they have those too there, and they're much less in cost. And it's just, I don't know. I hear great things, especially if you have like a spouse who needs to be like raised a little bit because maybe they have snoring or things like that. But like you said, there's many options.
Yeah.
And you're going to find stuff in their Sleep Easy collection for much less. Same coils, same foam, same comfort layers, but you're going to have a lower price tag than other places. Northeast Factory Direct, I've been shopping there for years. It's so wonderful. I always tell people, yes, they have a website and it's great, but go in and see for yourself. When it comes to mattresses, you want to sit on it. You want to push it down. You want to, lay there.
You want to flop down on it.
You want to flop down and see which one is right for you, right?
Yeah, you have to, when it's a mattress, you have to stop in for sure. Cleveland, Euclid, Macedonia, North Canton. Get the information and address for the location nearest you at northeastfactorydirect.com.
Whoa, tick-tock, woo, the time goes so fast. It happened today, let's remember.
Well, today is January 15th, and we're taking you back in time.
Well, the year's 1967. The first Super Bowl took place on this date in history. It was the Packers beating the Chiefs. Vince Lombardi coached the Packers, and the first Super Bowl trophy that eventually was named after him. The halftime show, we're always curious who's going to be in the halftime show. The halftime show is a blend of the University of Arizona Symphonic Marching Band, the Grambling State University Marching Band, and the Anaheim High School High Steppers Drill Team and Flag Girls.
That sounds like a great halftime show, honestly.
It really does. It really does. So things have come a long way when it comes to the halftime show. Last year, by the way, it was a record. 127 million people watched the Super Bowl. That's an all-time high. It was the Chiefs in Philadelphia. Listen to how big the Super Bowl is. 127 million. By comparison, the next highest non-NFL show, because it's all NFL football after the Super Bowl, but the next highest show that is not the NFL is the Oscars, and the Oscars drew about 20 million people.
Wow.
Isn't that wild?
Well, it's such an event.
Yes.
A lot of people have Super Bowl parties. You have one every year. Get together.
Yeah.
And then it lasts till about halftime, and then everyone goes home.
They have talked about making the day after the Super Bowl a holiday because so many people take off work.
I get that, but why don't you just move the Super Bowl to Saturday night?
Well, that makes too much sense. Tradition. That's why. Tradition.
Yeah, I don't know. And Wikipedia turns 25 today. Did you know any registered user can create a Wikipedia article? Can I talk today? Wikipedia article, and anyone can edit an article? A man named Steve Pruitt is the world's greatest Wikipedia editor. He has over 4 million edits on Wikipedia, and he has created 33,000 articles on the site.
That's beyond wild.
Okay, I could be remembering wrong.
Yeah.
Didn't you tell me that the founder of Wikipedia became a Christian?
Yeah, one of the two founders of Wikipedia. His story is wonderful. We shared part of it on our podcast before. Can't remember his name off the top of my head, but he was into knowledge and history and discovery and all of those things that would be associated with Wikipedia, but he was not a person of faith. But slowly he spent time online researching things, and as he did, he just became more and more convinced of the fact that the Christian faith is true. And now he's become a dedicated Christian, which is a super cool story. I'm glad that you brought that up. Sarah, I'm really excited about the quiz I have for you because I know that you enjoy it when I put you on the spot in front of everybody listening.
Oh, yes. It's become the norm. But hey, you know what? If everyone plays along, I'm good with it.
All right.
I'm okay.
I've got a little quiz for you because we were talking about Chick-fil-A and Chick-fil-A celebrating like their 80th anniversary. And I thought, wow, that's actually amazing to me. I thought like Chick-fil-A was around for 40 years or something like that. I had no idea.
I still don't understand how Chick-fil-A has been around for 80 years.
Right.
Right.
And so I thought, you know what? It would be fun if I took some famous things and ask you which came first. And so that's the game. I'm going to do a contest with everybody listening too. So listen to this. This is National Pizza Week. And so here's what I'm going to do. We have a partner with our podcast, Master Pizza, with like 16 locations in the area. If you get them all right, I'm going to give the answers, but if you give them all right, this is an honor system. If you play along and get them all right, and you're the first person to email me on our website and say, hey, Len, honest, I got them all right. Just if you're that person, I'm going to send you a gift card to Master Pizza.
Nice.
Okay. So
I love Master Pizza.
Me too. So it's totally an honor system. If you play along right now and you do actually get them all, be the first to send that email. I'm sending you that gift card. All right, you ready to play?
Okay.
All right, the game is which came first? All right, let's start in the category of fast food. We just talked about that. Which of these fast food chains came first? Was it Taco Bell, Ohio-based Wendy's?
Could be Wendy's. I don't think it's Taco Bell. I'm going to say Wendy's.
Wendy's is a really good guess. You remember Dave Thomas? He started at KFC, and he was a big guy there. He was the one that said they should put the Colonel's face on the bucket of chicken. And then he said, you know what? I'm not working for them anymore. I'm not working for the Colonel. I'm going to work for myself. And he started Wendy's. But which came first? Taco Bell.
Taco Bell?
Taco
Really?
Bell. 1962.
Wow. You know what? I think I did watch that food show we like from the History Channel. What's
Foods
it called?
That Built America?
Foods That Built America. I need to rewatch the Taco Bell one. I think they're...
Yes. We're moving to the category. So you missed that one, but you could rebound here. Blockbuster movies. Which of these movies came first? The Little Mermaid, Back to the Future, or Jurassic Park?
Easy. Back to the Future.
Final?
That was in the 80s.
Final answer?
Yes, because I know Jurassic Park was 1993, because I always remember what age I was seeing it for the first time.
Hey, good.
And
good.
I feel like Little Mermaid was around the same time. But
Wow, you're good. You're good. Back to the Future by far, 1985. Little Mermaid was 1989, and you were right. Jurassic Park was 1993.
That was my era. I still remember seeing it at the movie theater.
New category, streaming and social media giants. These are biggies. Which of these came first? Was it YouTube? Was it Facebook? Or was it Netflix?
YouTube.
YouTube, good guess. YouTube's been around since 2005. It's only 20 years old, if you can imagine that.
What?
And so Facebook was 2004. YouTube was 2005. Netflix, 1997. It was a DVD by mail rental service. Do you remember that?
I do remember this. I was signed up not that long ago, but we would get the DVDs in the mail and mail them back. I thought it was the coolest thing ever.
You know, that was a great. It's hard
At
to
the
believe.
time it was.
Isn't it hard to believe the Netflix we know now, though, started with people mailing in envelopes, DVDs?
Yeah,
back and
but
forth?
do you remember why it was so awesome?
No.
Because because you think, well, that's not really convenient. Like, I can just go down to the Blockbuster store, the video store.
Right.
Why did that work so well? It's because they alleviated a pain point. No late fees.
Oh.
If you remember, that's how they got people to do it.
So
Because you're like,
yeah.
well, why would I want to mail something? No late fees. Keep it as long as you want.
You just don't get another one till you mail that one back.
Right.
That was good.
But there was more premium plans where you could have two at a time.
It's so
But yeah, there were no late fees, and that's what hooked people in. That was like, oh,
so wild.
yeah, I don't want to pay late fees because the old stores used to hook you. It
Yes.
was like 24 for new releases. It was 24 hours, and you better have that bad boy back, or you were getting like a $7 late fee.
Right, and you know that you could get the 99-cent ones, which were old movies, but the new one was
Right.
like $3, $3 or $4.
No late fees. That's how they got you.
Crazy.
At least that's how I remember
Hey,
it.
2 more categories. You're doing pretty good so far. Candy bars is the category. Which of these came first? Snickers, which is America's top-selling candy bar today. Snickers, Butterfinger, or M&M's. Which came first?
I want to say Butterfinger because you know that is my favorite candy bar. But I'm going to say Snickers because it's such an iconic brand.
Makes sense. And it looks like an older candy bar, doesn't it?
It does.
Snickers, like, yeah, they've been making that for a while.
But I feel like you're going to say I'm not right now.
You're not right. The correct answer is your favorite. Butterfinger has been around since 1923.
No way.
Yeah.
That's so surprising. By the way, I just remembered I found an old cookbook that my mom gave me with a bunch of her recipes in it. And she has a recipe for Butterfinger cake.
Ooh.
And I remember she
Yeah.
used to make it. Have you ever had that?
Oh, it sounds really good.
Oh, she used to make it when I was a little girl. And I'm like, I need to make Butterfinger cake again. I didn't know if that was like a thing that other people do.
I
or
just
not.
don't know if you'll have time between your cottage cheese bagels and your sourdough bread.
Gotta balance it out with some Butterfinger cake.
For sure. By the way, pro tip, Butterfinger candy bar, try this. Try this with Reese Cups and Butterfingers. Put them in the freezer for a half hour. Unbelievable. Unbelievable.
I have heard that's good.
All right, last category, famous inventions. Which came first, the airplane, the telephone, or the whoopee cushion?
I'm going to say a whoopee cushion just because I feel like that's such a thing that, maybe the Egyptians were even doing. I don't know.
Right. Like they traced that stuff back to, right, thousands of years. They were
using the sheepskin to...
Yeah, there you go. Fireworks and whoopee cushions. They've been around a long time. But the correct answer, whoopee cushions, they've been around since 1930.
Oh, that's it?
Yeah, the airplane since 1903.
Wow.
Telephone, Alexander Graham Bell, 1876.
Okay. Well, I'm probably not the best at this game.
No, you did pretty good. By the way, if someone got them all, Scout's Honor, all you have to do is send me an email. By the way, I think the first phone call message, this is just an FYI trivia, Final Jeopardy.
I do know this one.
You do. Alexander Graham Bell said to his assistant.
Oh, wait a minute. I thought he's saying Mary Had a Little Lamb.
No, that was the first phonograph with Thomas Edison.
Oh.
He didn't sing Mary Had a Little Lamb over the telephone.
Well, I was close. What's a phonograph?
Watson, Mary had a little... No.
What's a phonograph then?
It's a record player. Thomas Edison, the first phonograph recording was Mary Had a Little Lamb. But the first telephone message was Watson was in another room, and Alexander Graham Bell said to him, Watson, come here. And because he heard him on the phone, he was able to come into the laboratory.
So I don't want to hear anyone complaining when I call my daughter upstairs or text her from the other room.
Right.
He started it.
He started it.
He started it.
Good.
Well, thank you so much for listening today. Hey, who wants to go on a trip with us? A Len and Sarah trip. We have a new one that we just announced last week. We're going to Chicago. We're going to Mall of America. We're going to Chi-Chi's. Yes, the same Chi-Chi's you remembered from the 80s, the 90s. There's one now that has come back, and we're going to that one too. It's going to be such a fun trip. So get all of the details on our website at startyourdaypositive.com.
Wow, that's good. There's so many things to this trip. You would never do all of these things on your own. Please join us. You'll have a great time. Let's wrap up this episode of the podcast with a prayer. Heavenly Father, Sarah was just talking about traveling together. It reminds me of the community of friends we've built. Listeners to the podcast, people that have traveled with us. And that's what it's all about. Thank you for the gift of connection and community. We are so grateful for the people and the groups of people that we have the opportunity to speak to and share joy and encouragement with. It makes us all better. And so just help us to cherish these relationships and lift one another up and always act the best of the best way. Kindness and patience and understanding and love and friendship and all the good stuff. That's what our podcast is all about. And that's your gift to all of us. In Jesus' name, amen.